What's up guys, Card Protagonist here, and today I'll be doing an updated deck profile on the Aquaforce deck from GPT-09. So, shout out to my friend Paddy for this awesome Aquaforce deck. So, Aquaforce deck has been improved with lots of controls such as the brand new Generation Rare, which allows you to retire stuff while giving huge power and Glory Motion effects. So it is actually very good. And we actually play tested the deck a lot, and he has even more resending with some of the new units in the deck. So of course I'll be doing a deck profile explaining certain card choices, why he used this and why he used that. So without further ado, let us get on with the deck profile. So first up, he play 4 copies of Tavas, the Grade 3 Tavas. This will basically be the main Grade 3 you want to ride. So whenever you perform strike, select one of your Vanguard and it gains, when this unit attacks the Vanguard and it's a 4th battle or more, you can choose one of, select 3 of your opponent's rearguards and your opponent choose one of them and retires it. So basically this gives Aquaforce the power to retire stuff. So basically just for free cost, so when you perform strike, your Vanguard attacks at 4th or more battle, you basically get to retire one of your opponent's stuff. He chooses the stuff. You choose 3 units and he chooses one of them. It's good because it doesn't need counter blast, and hitting that 4th attack with Aquaforce is really easy. So make full use of this skill to control your opponent's field so that you will gain pluses every single stride. So the GB2 skill is when this unit attacks the Vanguard and it's a 4th or more battle, this unit gains +1 crit and your opponent can call Grade 0 from the Guardian Circle to the Guardian Circle. So it's basically a Silent Tom. And he gets the crit, so it's pretty nice. So basically the reason why you want this to be your main Vanguard is because, alright, it doesn't really matter because I believe you do not need to ride onto Tavas if you're using its skill. You only want to be Tavas just because of the Grade 2s which we play in the deck, such as the restanding Grade 2s. Right, so the Grade 3s is 4 copies of Tavas and 2 copies of General Twin Bullets. So back then I remember it was Spiral Bullets, but right now we have Twin Bullets. So what Twin Bullet does is, as a rearguard, he's a backup Vanguard Vanguard, and because it is, when this unit is placed on the Vanguard circle, you can Counter Blast 1 and Soul Blast 1. If you do, look at top 5 cards of the deck and select 1 card with the Wave ability and add it into your hand. So it's pretty cool because you are able to add large range of cards into your hand, giving you giving you a +1 when you ride him. So it's not too bad if you ride him actually. Just that you won't be able to pull off the other stuff, which you'll still be able since you'll be striding into Tavas mostly. So 2 copies of this and 2 copies of Diamantis. This is a very old card from BT08. So when this unit attacks the Vanguard and you have an Aquaforce Vanguard, it gives us 2k power, so it swings for 11k. And then at the end of the battle, you can switch positions. So what we will normally do, we have Rearguard in the back and attack, and we have Diamantis attack, swing, and you swap position. Diamantis is pretty awesome because it is protected because it hides behind the back row. So next turn, all you need to do is switch again, go attack again, you know. So Diamantis will always guarantee you the 4th attack. So very good card. 2 copies of it. My friend Paddy decides to use Diamantis based on player preference. So if you want to use 4 copies of this, it's up to you. But Diamantis doesn't need Counter Blast to do the 4th attack, which is quite important because Counter Blast is very useful in this deck. So the Grade 2s, we play 4 copies of Tidal Assault. This is a new Tidal Assault from the reprint set, Revival Collection. Basically, they reprinted a 4-hour Tidal Assault. Very nice. You had to get 4 copies. So when at the end of battle, when this unit attacks the Vanguard, you can resend the unit. If you do, it reduces his attack by 5k. So very powerful card because you are able to do multiple attacks. So whenever you get a trigger, pump it to him, he gets a crit attack. Most likely everyone's got a guard. So the more you make your opponent guard, the more cards are going to fall off his hands. So this card makes Aquaforce. Every Aquaforce deck definitely needs to play Tidal Assault because it's such an awesome card. So next is 4 copy of a mini Tidal Assault, but at the cost of 1 Counter Blast. Her skill is, when this unit is placed on the Rearguard circle, you may pay the cost of Counter Blast, and if you have a Tavas Vanguard, so you have to have a Grade 3 Tavas in the soul. So if you're striding onto something else, hopefully you have a Tavas underneath, otherwise you won't be able to pull up skill. That's the reason why you got to write Tavas. So when you have a Tavas in the name Vanguard, you may pay the cost of 1 Counter Blast and 1 Soul Blast. If you do, this unit gives us 2k power, making it 11k, able to solo, very good. And a skill, at the end of the battle, this unit attacks a Vanguard, you can resend the unit. So basically, it is a mini Tidal Assault for 1 turn. The good thing about her is she doesn't lose the power. So what we normally do is, we attack the Vanguard, get a trigger, sweet, then I'll just swing one more time. Swing solo, then swing boosted. So yeah, additional attacks are always good. More cards off opponent's hands. So 2 copies of her. This is from GBD9, Battle Siren Janka. Third wave or more. When this unit attacks the Vanguard, if you have a Vanguard with Tavas in the card name, you may pay the cost of 1 Soul Blast. If you do, for each of your other units with the wave ability, she gains plus 4k until end of the battle. So Soul Blast 1, and she can potentially gain easy 12k if you have a lot of the wave ability cards on your field. So yeah, this is mostly easy 8Ks. So yeah, it's still good, I guess. So 1 copy of her. At the end of the battle, the this unit attacks Vanguard, you may retire her. If it's a 4th battle or more, you can draw 2 cards. So basically, she's a mini draw engine in the deck. So that's the grade 2 we play. Let's go on to the grade 1s. Grade 1s, we play 4 copies of the Strike Harper for Tavas. So when he's placed on the Rearguard circle, you may search your deck for a Tavas card. So it's great because you are able to filter off your grade 3s in order to successfully write your Tavas. So call, review a grade 3, search your deck for Tavas, and discard a card. 4 copies. And this is a strike deck, so we want to max out on him. 4 copies of Unflippable Vanguards because Counter Blast is very important in this deck. So we play 4 copies so that we can unflip. Next up, 3 copies of her. So when this unit attacks the Vanguard, and if you have grade 3 or more with Tavas in the card name, you may pay the cost of 1 Counter Blast. If you do, you can draw a card, and this unit gives us 5k power. And she has resist, so she's great against Link Jokers. You can put her in front and attack 1 Counter Blast, draw 1 card. So it's not very hard to pull off because it's a third attack or more. Basically, if you're playing Aqua Force, you must make sure you know what you're attacking with. So it takes skill to play Aqua Force. And you are rewarded with awesome skills such as plus 5k and 1 free card when he attacks. Yeah. 2 copies of her. Basically, she's able to attack from the back row. So when this unit attacks, this unit can attack from the back row. Yeah, GB1, during your turn, this unit can attack back row. Okay, so 3 copies, yeah. When this unit attacks from the back row, she gains a 3k, so you're able to snipe off front row 9k, opponent's 9k rearguard. So if opponent has an annoying Tidal Assault or Burning Horn Dragon, you can just attack from back row, snipe it off, and it gives you additional attacks since you can like pretty much attack from the back, attack from the front. That's 2 attacks already. They attack 3, attack 4, and pull off your amazing skills Aqua Force has to offer. So that's the great ones. Let us go on to our trigger. So the trigger lineup it consists of six crits, Tavas crits. So when the Tavas Vanguard attacks, you can put her from your field into soul, and you can draw 1 card and gain plus 5k power. Very good to feed the soul and draw the extra card. So 2 copies of Supersonic Sailor. Supersonic Sailor allows you to counter charge 1, activate, place him into soul, and you can counter charge 1 damage in case you need some counter blast for your combos. Alright, so 2 copies of Stand. So this Dolphin Stand is pretty interesting because at wave 1st or 2nd, so as long as it's the first attacker or the second attacker during your turn, you can pay the cost of 1 Soul Blast if you do, and you have a Tavas in the name, it gets a 7k power, so it's basically a 11k attacker. And you can Soul Blast 1, attack, shuffle it back to the deck, and you can draw 1 card. Sorry, draw 1 card, then shuffle it back to your deck. So it's pretty good. Soul Blast 1, you got a free attack off, and you can draw 1 card and potentially check the stand later on. 4 copies of draw triggers, Margao clones, very good. Because one thing you could do with your Tidal Assault is you could power up the Tidal Assault. Since you're gonna lose power up Tidal Assault, so you can solo the Vanguard first, restand, then boosted by the Rearguard behind, you can attack 1 more time. So that's what we do sometimes, and it pumps the soul, so they can use awesome stuff like Mr. Dolphin. Alright, so we play 4 heal triggers. I kinda love this heal because she is the 7 elixirs. With the Rainbow Elixir, sorry. The Rainbow Elixir. G Guardians is awesome, and it's great. So 1 copy of her. Her. Mitros is a guy, sorry. third wave or more. Basically, he helps you search out for your Tabas. And when your Vanguard attacks and if you have grade 3 or greater Tabas, you can pay the cost of putting him in the soul. If you do, search your deck for Tabas and call it to your rearguard circle. At the end of the turn, bounce it back to your hand. So it's pretty much similar to the Chrono Drun, which allows you to bounce back your Chrono back to your hand. So you can use for strike or rewriting if you're not a Tabas. Yep. Sorry, you have to be a Tabas, so you can just get extra Tabas to strike. Yep, you have to be in Tabas in the name. Apologize. Alright, so let's get on to our G units right now. Alright. First up, we have 2 copies of Storm Lemon or Wailing Tabas. Wailing Tabas is the brand new card from GBD9. So what he does is he has 2 skills, which is first skill is GB2 skill, the second one. Wave 3 or more. When this unit attacks the Vanguard, you may pay a cost of 1 Count Blast. If you do, this unit gives us 5k for each other rearguard that attack this turn, and your opponent can call grade 1s from their hand. So basically, your opponent won't be able to Vanguard him, and he gains huge amount of power because for each card attacks, right? So it is very easy to get 4 attacks. So imagine 4 times 5. So basically, you're easily gaining 15k attack. So it's 15k plus 25k. So basically, it's like 40k. Yeah, 40k with no perfect guard. Pretty hard to guard. And the second skill is pretty amazing. It's a GB3 skill. When this unit attacks for each battle that your rearguard already attacked during the turn, your opponent chooses one of your rearguards and retire it. So yeah, as I previously mentioned, you attack 4 times, your opponent has to retire 4 cards. So it's pretty much a field wipe with a giant Glory Maelstrom effect. Very, very powerful. So my friend Paddy actually uses this to finish your opponents off. The cool thing about it is, another thing to note is, you do not need to flip up a copy when you strike at him. So you basically can use him 2 times. Very good card. Recommend you to get 1 at least in your Tabas deck. 2 definitely. Definitely is a very good card. Alright, so next up we have 4 Commander Tabas. So this is from the old clan booster. Basically, he allows his skills activate once per turn. Choose a copy of Commander Storm Monitor Tabas and turn it face up. If you do, choose up to one of your rearguards and until end turn it gives us 5k power and a skill. This unit can attack from the back row, and he has and for this turn this unit gains a skill. When wave 4, when this unit attacks the Vanguard, your opponent must choose one of your rearguards and retire it. So you can select 3 of your opponent's rearguards and he had to choose one of them retired. So basically it's like Tabas skill. So imagine you combo it with your original Tabas, you'll be retiring 2 cards and giving your rearguards power at a free cost, no counter blast. So you could save your counter blast for resending rearguards, which is very, very awesome. 4 copies, definitely an MVP in the deck. 2 copies of Lambros. Lambros is amazing because Lambros basically when this unit attacks. So when this unit attacks, you flip a copy of yourself face up. Then you basically choose 2 of your rearguards and it resends and it gives 10k power. So it's very good because you give units such as Tidal Assault resending. Okay, basically what you want to do is you want to attack with your Tidal Assault first, so that you will you attack your Tidal Assault into the rearguard, so you won't be able to restand. Then after that you attack and again give it 10k power and it automatically resends. So you can attack with the 10k. Then since you attack the Vanguard, you can resend again by minusing 5k hit attack again. So you're basically making full potential of that 10k attack. So that's a pro tip if you guys are using Aqua Force. If you're combining with Tabas, always attack with your Tidal to their rearguards, so that you can do more restands. You get what I mean. So yeah. You have to be 4th battle or more. Basically Aqua Force, right? Everything you have to be 4th battle or more, so they can pull off their awesome skills. Alright. Next one is Marine General of Heavenly Silk. Christos is basically from our FC. When this unit attacks the Vanguard, you may pay the cost of 1 Count Blast. You select your front row rearguards give us 2k power, so sweet. Tags out again at 2k, so they can swing for 11k solo. And a skill, when the unit if it's the 3rd or 4th battle of the turn, and the attack hits the Vanguard, you can draw a card. So basically if you power him up and he gains a skill, he can attack 2 times, and for each time he hits, you can, if it's the 3rd or more battle, for each time he hits, you can draw a card. Most likely your opponent has to guard. 1 copy of him, basically retiring power. when this unit attack hits the Vanguard, you can Counter Blast 1 and you choose one opponent's Vanguard and retire. It allows you to select one opponent's Vanguard to retire. So you have the choice instead of just instead of opponent choose, you get to choose. So it's very good because you're able to retire priority starters, which is important. One copy of Tie the Ball. When the unit attack hits, you can draw one card and then select one card from your hand and call it to the Vanguard circle, just in case you need additional attacks. So attack hits, draw one. Oh shit, I drew attacker, that's awesome, so call it, then attack. Yeah, you know. The calling effect is just nice to have. One copy of Sabri just in case you fight against Great Lock decks. Now, let's go on to our G units. Your G Guardian, sorry. 2 copies of the Ice Barrier Dragon, SP. My friend Petty does love his SP. So, first wave of 4th or more. So, this is a modification, a modified G Guardian compared to this. This one is 4th battle and 3rd battle, I believe. Yeah. So, give me a sec. First or 2nd battle of that turn. So, you can only use first 2. This one's interesting because it's 1st and 4th or more. So basically, if it's this the first battle, so first battle usually is gonna be the Vanguard attacking. So you can use this for your Vanguard, and it gains your 10k shield. Very amazing because no cost is 25k shield for first battle, which is most likely gonna be the Vanguard. So it's very good to use. You could use her as well. So as long as the first or 2nd battle. So usually if it's the 2nd battle, I'll just use her to guard for 20k shield for free. So it's not that bad. One copy of a Gleam allows you to cycle cards in your hand. So it's just a standard Create Elemental G units. If you want to play more of her or Ice Barrier, you can always play. It's all up to player preference. So I hope you guys enjoyed my friend Paddy's deck profile on his awesome Aqua Force deck. If you like more deck profiles, be sure to leave a like on this video, and I'll be doing more deck profiles really soon. So hope you guys have a great day. Peace out and love you guys. Rawr.